Skinbreaker takes place in a fantastical world filled with hidden dangers. As the story begins, Enor, the chieftain of the tribe, and his reluctant heir, Anak, are in a hunt to catch this monstrous beast so that their tribe can eat. Enor wields a crystal blade known as Skinbreaker, but he has grown old and can barely lift the sword. Anak is loyal to Enor, and for some reason he's hesitant to challenge his chieftain for leadership of the tribe, which is the only way that the chieftain can be dethroned. Eventually they find and kill the beast, but it is Anak who does most of the work. As they drag the giant carcass back to their village, they run into Thal, who is the #1 rival of Anak for Enor's throne. Thal suspects that Enor was too weak to make the kill, and makes it known that he intends to challenge him for the role of chieftain. That night, there was a huge feast and celebration because the next day they will hold the Skinbreaker ceremony, in which all the young boys of the tribe are gathered together, and Enor holds up the sword, Skinbreaker, and allows the light of the new sun to pass through a rock that reflects off Skinbreaker and is reflected onto the children. At that point, their skin is broken and their powers are revealed. Anak and his wife, Dala, have a sickly child named Imam, who would be one of the children whose skin is scheduled to be broken. However, as the ceremony progresses, it's clear that Imam is too sickly and weak to have his skin broken, and that forces Anak to make a desperate move. Skinbreaker's plot is not complex. It's a very primitive story about very primitive people, and the clear star here is the art of David Finch. In the back matter, Robert Kirkman goes on about how it has taken over 8 years to bring this project to fruition. Finch is not known as a fast worker, and understandably so because his work is incredibly complex. Kirkman talks about how Finch's many other accolades, and including his amazing run on Moon Knight, which was my introduction to the art of David Finch, and I remember that being pretty amazing. In fact, at the time, David Finch's run on Moon Knight actually outsold Batman. There's an oversized Treasury edition of this book, and in fact, every issue will have a corresponding Treasury edition to go with it. This is something that every David Finch fan should consider. Skinbreaker is technically a quick read, but I find myself disappearing into the scenery of Finch's art. Any comic book fan who enjoys highly detailed art like this should absolutely pick up this book. I mean, if you like guys like Mark Silvestri and Todd McFarlane, this is absolutely for you. Kirkman tells us not to be fooled by this primitive story of this primitive people with 4-letter names. He says that in the end, this will all be worth it, and to take his word for it, because I guess he has a pretty good track record. I will be pulling this book to the finish, and it's planned to go 8 issues. And except for a few tweaks here and there, the art is completely drawn, so no delays are expected. So that's going to do it for this Indie Comics review. Don't forget to leave a like, and till next time, I'll see you guys in the funny papers. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.